What is going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're covering the chapter 27 spoilers for Boruto. Now, some of you guys may be a bit confused as to why I, of all people, have decided to cover the upcoming spoilers for the new chapter of Boruto. And let me tell you, this is something I don't usually do, but I thought, you know what, I'll test it out. I'll test out making a spoiler video, because usually I would ignore all spoilers like the plague and then do a live reaction video of the chapter. And that's what I've done for the past few months. However, with how hard it is to avoid these spoilers, especially considering I spend a hell of a lot of time talking to people on Twitter and whatnot and looking at Reddit, avoiding spoilers is near impossible. So I decided, you know what, for this month I'm going to test out just giving into the spoilers. I won't do a live reaction because, well, it's not really my initial live reaction if I already have an idea of what the plot of the chapter is going to be. So I won't be doing a live reaction this month. I'll be doing a spoiler video, and then I'll do a review probably a couple of days after the chapter is out, or the next day after. If you guys really do want live reactions as opposed to reviews and the spoiler videos, then let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure for the next chapter next month that I go back to the normal schedule. However, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is not normal for me, and I'm just kind of testing it out. So without further ado, let's jump into these spoilers. So these spoilers are 100% legitimate. They're from Organic Dinosaur, which I'm sure a lot of you guys already know who that is. She is a goddess when it comes to spoilers for the Boruto series. And this is from her Reddit post. So I'll have it probably next to me or somewhere on the screen. I'll have the spoilers so that we can kind of go through them bit by bit and have a little chat about them. I've actually not seen these spoilers, so I suppose this is still a live reaction to the chapter. Can we call that? Can I put live reaction in the title of this video? But no, guys, let's have a little look. So, chapter 27 spoilers, let's do this. Boruto and Kawaki are peeing together outside. This is freaking weird. However, we see Boruto and Kawaki have a short fight with Karma Seal activated briefly, which is weird. I mean, these two, I should probably say quickly my predictions for this chapter. We'll see if they're true from these spoilers or not. I kind of had the feel that Boruto would be asked to kind of show Kawaki round, and this would be an interesting way to kind of introduce some of the characters from the anime that we hardly see, i.e. anyone that's not from Team 7, but especially Iwabi and Denki, because we're still yet to see them in the manga, and if we don't see them soon, I'm going to start to feel that they're almost like filler characters if we don't see them soon, which I know they're not filler characters, I know, but I just want to see them in the manga and see what they're like. We've seen Samir briefly, and I think we've seen Metal Lee briefly. Other than that, pretty much a no-go for the rest of the cast. However, we'll see if that ends up being the case in this chapter. So we see them fight again with Karma Seal. I don't think it's going to be a big fight. If I wouldn't get your hopes up, it'll probably just be maybe a quick fist fight, and that'll be about it. An Uzumaki family meal. Okay, this next point interests me a lot. Jigen Totes has a Karma Seal activation mode. So we've jumped from an Uzumaki family meal to Jigen having a Karma Seal activation mode. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know Jigen has a Karma Seal. I know it's never been confirmed. However, it's literally right there on his chin staring at you. He has a Karma Seal, that's 100%. And now, I mean, we see that it's going to have an activation mode, which, again, I pretty much had an idea that would be the case. I feel like each Karma Seal might have a... I don't know if they're all going to be called Karma, but each seal will have their own kind of little pattern when they kind of, you know, go full Karma Seal mode, if that's what you'd call it. And I think each one will have a slightly unique ability, a little bit like the Mangekyo Sharingan, how they've all got their own pattern, they all have their own special ability, like, you know, you've got Amaterasu, Kamui, and so on and so forth. I think Karma might be a little bit like that in that sense. Kawaki flashback to pickling jars bag room we saw perfectly. Okay, so again, I thought we'd get more of a Kawaki backstory in this chapter. I feel as though that maybe, and we'll see if it's the case, that Kashin Koji and Delta might confront Jigen, because we know they're not entirely let in on what's going on with Kawaki, and I feel like that would be a good place for Jigen to explain kind of what the Karma Seal with Kawaki and everything is. So we're going to see some more Kawaki flashbacks. Super serious about Kawaki and Boruto peeing together. Fantastic. Why have I got a pen in my hand? Even as a parallel panel them zipping up and they spar right after. Okay. There's a lot about peeing together. Naruto has a shadow clone as he's sitting on the toilet. Naruto has to shadow clone while he's... What? Oh, so I'm guessing Naruto's the one that kind of breaks up Kawaki and Boruto. I mean, Naruto's Hokage. Does his house seriously only have one toilet? I don't know. We'll see. It's a slice of life chapter. Now, I expected this. I didn't think there'd be anything too crazy. I think if anything crazy would come from this chapter, it'd be from the Kara sides, seeing a bit of what Jigen might talk to Delta, Akashi Koji about. Maybe Sasuke would come in and Naruto would have a conversation with Sasuke about Kawaki. Other than that, I didn't think it'd be a great deal. More slice of lifey. Shit does get real for the flashback. Okay, so like I said, it'd all come from the Kara side of things for the interesting action-packed bits. Jigen's activation has seals running down both eyes. Okay, so like I said, they're each going to have their own pattern and presumably their own special ability. Kawaki was naked in the suspension thingy when he witnesses Jigen straight up kill off another one of his kids by spreading a seal onto their body from his right hand. So yes, some people were saying, no, I don't think Jigen actually transferred Karma Seal to Kawaki. I think he pinned down an Otsutsuki, Urashiki being the obvious answer to that one, and then say, no, I think he just pinned them down, finished them off, and got Kawaki to land the finishing blow. And I said, no, 100%, I'm telling you, Jigen transferred the Karma Seal to Kawaki intentionally through his own ability and power, and that's what it says here. He's spreading the seal onto their body from his right hand, which we saw kind of briefly he was going to do, or signaling he was going to do last chapter. And we see that this Karma Seal is so vicious, and this is why he had all these children, because some people just couldn't handle it. So Jigen kicks and breaks the corresponding pot. Amado looks on. End of morning spoilers. So there is where we stand right now with the spoilers, and so far it's going a little bit how I expected it to. Slightly, there's been no mention of Delta and Cash and Koji or not. I imagine they've got to show up at some point because they're on their way back to Jigen, and I'm really interested to see what they kind of go to Jigen and say to him, because like I said, they've realised that they're being left out of the loop a little bit here, and that some of the information has not been corresponded or articulated to them from Jigen. So excited to see if they do make an appearance. No mention of Boruto and Kawaki and everyone, and Iwabi and Denki all coming together. I do feel like now is as good a time as any, if it's not this chapter, maybe next chapter. But Kawaki's going to have to get to know people in the village eventually, and if Boruto's the one to kind of give him a tour, that would be a better time, the best of any times, to introduce Denki and Iwabi. I'm going to have a quick look right now to see if there's any other spoilers out there, and if there is, then I'll get back to it. Okay, no, my bad. I thought I saw some people talk about some of the spoilers, so I wanted to jump into them, but it turned out they weren't actually spoilers. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're not ready to become a member of the Senpai Squad. As always, let me know what you guys make of all this in the comment section down below, because I'm sure some people may be a little bit annoyed that it's more of a slice of life chapter because we have to wait so long for the chapters, but hey, I'll give it its chance and I'll see what it's like. We have had action-packed to the max chapters previously for the past like 5-6 months, so I'm willing to give it a go. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video, but until then, peace.